Hello. Hey, this is Andrew Anderson, the director for Brothers and Mothers. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about our services and about why we do the particular things that we do. So first of all, in I guess evangelical history, there's general. I'm gonna go real general. There's two kind of different ways that churches or Christian ministries approach, serving. So one is attractional, and another one would say is incarnational. So when somebody sets up like a church building, they open its doors and they say, "Hey, if you want to hear about Jesus or receive care or counseling, you come to this building." It's attractional. Another way of framing Christian, ministry or outreach or whatever is incarnational. So that means that, like Jesus left heaven and left what was comfortable to him, and he came down to earth to spend time with humans and lay down his life as a sacrifice. That's incarnational. He left his place and he went and pursued a group of people. So with Brothers and Mothers, we are primarily interested, in pursuing an incarnational perspective, which is we acknowledge that churches, especially in our county, are usually bastions of middle-class Christianity. It's not good or bad, it just is. And for people who are wrapped up in poverty or homelessness or addiction, 19 out of 20 times, they're not going to roll into a church and ask somebody, "Hey man, can you help me?" So with that in mind, Brothers and Mothers, we have a few different outreaches. So number one is we have a really strong partnership with the Capslow shelter system on Prado Road. And they have allowed us to set up like a big table every Friday night. This says Jesus Coffee on it, and about 2 or 3 volunteers serve, upwards of 75 to 100 people. We serve coffee, high quality organic coffee. We serve hot cocoa with whipped cream and sprinkles, and our volunteers, spread out over the shelter, and they're praying for people and, sharing life and talking face to face and mediating resources and stuff like that. So if anybody hits a patch of homelessness in SLO County, 9 out of 10 times they're going to be told to go to the Prado Center. So in a sense, that place is set up to be that beacon, where if somebody is homeless, then they go there. So number one, what we do is we set up shop at the shelter, and in a sense saying, "Hey, we're coming here to your world. We're not going to go to church and set up a room or something where you can come to us. We're going to go to your world at the homeless shelter, and we're going to spend time with you in that capacity." So we do that every Friday night for about 3 hours. We have a rotating crew of about 15 volunteers. So our heart is to go to their neighborhood and to spend time with them. So we also have a women's support group. So there's a number of ladies that have connected with our volunteers, and they want more kind of one-on-one connection, and they want just more time to pour out their heart and to talk about the crisis they're going through, or talk through the drama at the shelter, or talk through the surgeries that are coming up, or just to talk. So our ladies set up tea and cookies, and we have a little bit of worship music and a short Bible study, and our ladies just pray for these homeless ladies that need that encouragement and support. So we also have a men's support group that we just started in 2020. So it's the same concept, where men that want a little more connection and want a little more time to just pray with people and talk about their life and build relationships. So we do that at the shelter also. The women's group is twice a month. The men's group is twice a month. The Jesus Coffee is once a month. So, and then also we have street outreach. So that's where I take my bike with a bunch of coffee and condiments and socks, and I'll go into downtown SLO twice a week. So on a Thursday, on a Friday afternoon, usually with a partner. somebody else, and we'll just ride around town. I know most people downtown just because I've worked in this county for about 10 years with various programs. And so everybody is like my lost cousin. It's like, hey, bro, how's it going? I haven't seen you in 5 years. Or like, hey, how's your mom? I know she's dying of cancer. Or, hey, you just got out of prison. Congratulations. Like, what's your next step? So it's really fun. Probably about 2 to 3 hours every Thursday and Friday. And again, I'm passing out coffee, saying, hey, man, do you want a cup of coffee? Some people are too mentally ill to even say yes, you guys. Or too just spun out. Maybe they're too high or too drunk. But there's a lot of people that really just want, half an hour, 45 minutes just to tell their story, and they just want someone to spend time with them. So in that capacity, in that context, we'll talk about Jesus. We'll say, hey man, you're not garbage. You're a valuable human being. Like, there's a way out. Hey, what about, going to Santa Maria shelter? What about the Echo shelter up north? What about going to the Department of Social Services? Or, hey, maybe I can help you apply for Social Security disability benefits. Or, hey, maybe I can call the shelter and help you get back in. So, I'm mediating community resources. So, I know a lot about the homeless resources in the county. So it's super important to be able to know those so that I can direct people in the right way. But mainly like our vision is to provide social, emotional, and spiritual support to those who are experiencing the crisis of homelessness. So it's a little rundown of our, it's like, 6 minutes on a rundown of our services, but it's Jesus Coffee at the Shelter, it's the women's support group, it's the men's support group, it's street outreach, and all of these, we have a prayer team of about 50 people that are regularly interceding for us, and we want to see the kingdom of God expand in San Luis Obispo. So there you go.